Hey Jim, you there?
Hey Ryan, yeah, I am.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thanks for wanting to get on a call with me to learn more about career services and the student ambassadors. What questions did you have?
Yeah, so my friends and I were always talking about career services, and I really wanted to learn more and understand what um, you guys do and what resources you offer to students.
Sure. I think to start off with, the Student Ambassador Program is actually just a program where I manage and facilitate students in their transition to being our liaisons to the student body and campus community at large. Student ambassadors provide outreach as well through presentations and communications. They advocate and represent their student peers and represent all of career services values, truthfully.
Man, I'd love to do that, but I'm so busy with SGA.
Oh, wow. What do you do?
Well, I'm the president.
Oh, well, if you are interested, we do work with you or anyone else's schedule since student development is a pillar of what we at Career Services believe in.
So the role is completely volunteer.
Yeah, well, so it starts as volunteer. You get paid for some events, I have to say, but a lot of it is done out of the interest of wanting to increase professional development, gain networking and connections, you name it.
So where are you guys located?
That's a good question. A lot of people get lost sometimes, and it can be confusing. But we are located on the third floor of the Student Union in Suite 313. When you get to the top of the stairs in the Student Union, our offices will be right in front of you. Not to be confused with Student Employment, though, who's on the other side of the third floor of the Student Union.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're also up there. So what's the difference between student employment and career services?
We actually get confused with them a lot. However, we do not really do the same thing. Career Services provides more of the assistance and support in the development of your career goals and can help in the application process, such as with your resume, cover letter, and beyond. Student employment provides opportunities and connects you with on campus and local jobs.
So I would come to career services for my internship if I wanted to get credit. And so how would I get credit? What's the process?
Yeah, really good question. That's probably one of our more common questions, and you hear a lot about the internship culture at our university. You don't necessarily have to do an internship. I think a lot of people ask that a lot of the time is if I have to do it, and the answer is no. Now, there are a couple majors that you do have to do an internship, and that's mechanical engineering and homeland security. But we do encourage any student to at least look into doing an internship relevant to their field because it's good experience. Now, if you do an internship for credit, like you were saying, you must look into the process through Handshake right when you get the internship offer. The university does not grant credit for internships after they happen, so do not wait to look into the process. And feel free to reach out to your program manager for further info.
Okay, yeah, I know you guys are really active on Instagram and you're always mentioning Handshake. So what other things can I find on Handshake?
I'm so glad you asked that. Handshake is our favorite tool. It's a career management system that you have free access to through Ernie now and even when you graduate. This is where you can build a profile, you can upload a resume or other documents, and you can even search for opportunities and more. What I describe it as is if LinkedIn and Facebook had a baby, that's what it looks like. That's what it feels like when you're using it. And you can do so many more things than just a LinkedIn or just an Indeed, you name it. And we encourage all students and alum to go in there and explore how they can best use it for themselves.
Okay, so can I also schedule appointments on there with meeting with my program manager?
Yeah, so you can definitely do that. That's really going to be the best way to meet with your program manager. If you just go to Career Center, then appointments within Handshake, you'll see that you can schedule an appointment with your particular program manager, as in every person has a program manager specific to their major. So, for instance, I'm a program manager for one of my majors being Homeland Security. And so you would schedule an appointment with me. Now, you may see us at other events and whatnot, whether it's me or another one of my coworkers, but I would be your particular program manager slash career advisor if you were a Homeland Security student. Now, that's not to be confused with academic advisor, because we often get mixed up with that a lot. Just so you know, we don't really have anything to do with the academic side. We collaborate a lot with academic advisors of our particular degree programs, but we're not the same thing, just so you know.
Okay, that really helps me. And I keep hearing about Expo. So what's Expo?
Sure. So I'm glad you asked that because it's got me really pumped right now. It's happening soon. It's really more like our Super Bowl, if you will, at Career Services. Now, every other event is awesome and provides large benefits, whether it's an employer Q&A, even if it's an informal mixer. We do those, so definitely check those out. But the expo is where we have all students, employers, and more in one space to network about available opportunities. The expo is often viewed as a culmination of all that we at Career Services strive for, ourselves as a team, but more so for you as a potential attendee. So you'll even see that the university values it so much that sometimes there's not even classes on expo days in the fall.
Wow, that's awesome because campus or employers will come to campus instead of students worrying about how to connect with them. And I also had a question like for international students, how can career services help international students?
This is something really close and near and dear to our heart. So I'm glad you asked it maybe for yourself, your friends, but all the international students out there in our campus community. So international students, all students really are welcome to use any of our resources. We strive for inclusivity on all of our resources. However, when my office answers this question, typically we point to Going Global. And if you haven't heard of it, it's a resource where you can search based on work authorization and more. Anyone can use it though in searching for opportunities, especially international ones. And all you have to do is get on the Handshake, click Career Center, then click resources, and it will be there on that list with a lot of other awesome resources. So don't get me wrong, international students can search on Handshake itself based on work authorization, but Going Global is simply more akin to international opportunities. Thus, that's why it's called Going Global.
Okay, that really helps. So we've got Expo coming up. What else can I do to prepare for Expo and other resources?
Sure. So with Expo coming up, especially with any virtual event coming up, I think one of the best things you can do is one, build up your Handshake profile and just get used to using Handshake. That includes uploading documents. That includes doing research through Handshake about the companies at a particular event, especially Expo. But also just really staying connected with us on social media, particularly Instagram. We're really on top of sending updates about events, giving tips and tricks, especially with a big event like Expo coming up. And there's a lot more specific stuff I could go on and on about, but in general, if you or anyone else is wondering, can career services help me with this, whatever it may be? The answer is typically yes, or we know the right person who can help you with that. So if you or anyone else can think of anything else, please reach out to us, whether that's scheduling the appointment with the program manager, whether it's getting on social media and engaging with us. You can even ask questions there in the comments and DMs, etc. But we also send emails at least weekly about events coming up, particularly about the internship program, you name it. So with all that being said, there's not really an excuse not to be connected with us. And we're always happy to answer questions and provide the assistance you may need.
Wow. Well, you guys really do a lot, and this has been super helpful, Ryan. So thank you for your time, and I hope to see you soon.
Definitely hope to see you soon. Thanks again for your time, Jimbo.
Thanks, Ryan.
Have a good one.